Head over to my YouTube right now, man. Head over to the YouTube right now. Link is in my bio. About to get started. Friday Night Vigil. Head over to the YouTube right now. About to get started. Friday Night Vigil. Friday Night Vigil. The link is in my bio. Friday Night Vigil over on my YouTube. Link is in my bio. It's time for Friday Night Vigil over on my YouTube channel. Link is in my bio. Yo, let's get it started, man. Friday Night Vigil, let's go.
Is it alright if we kick back? Yeah. Is it alright if we lay back? Tell me if you got time, we can take that, lay back. Or we can take two, spend more time while we're exchanging truths. I know there ain't time.
Lay back by Ina Moore.
Instinct, be mature and resist. Nah, really sweetie, I only speak truth. They call me Miss More time cause it's true. I miss the old days, I miss the old me. I miss not missing anything, that's the key. Let it all flow, let it all fly. Don't follow fashion, follow your passions inside. Sing it, girl, yeah.
Sometimes I feel lost in this mission called life. Yeah. And I know
we're kicking off Friday Night Vigil tonight.
Living right, but it's alright. It's alright. Sometimes I've gotta lay.
Talk to me in the comments. Let me know, is the audio good? Is the visuals good? Let me know. I'm still new to this, so allow me for now.
Some days I gotta lay back, kick back and sit back with my hair all back. And I don't care if it's nappy black.
Shout out to Toby.
Damn bad, real bad, Nubian queen. This Nubian sings la 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 la
all day with my
king. But we still find time to hunt in the forest. Clothed in nothing but at least dishonest. Who can say that? They vow to be true. This is real, being real's what we do. I do this.
Hey, if you're on the Instagram live right now, head over to the YouTube. YouTube is where I'm doing Friday Night Vigil. Get involved. The link is in my bio. Let's go. We're just kicking off now. We're just kicking off.
Yo, sometimes
I feel lost in this mission called life. Yeah. And I know sometimes I ain't living right. But it's all
Muff, you're out here doing banter, you know. You should be in the YouTube comments doing this kind of banter. Saying I look like an R&B dude. In making the album behind the scenes video.
Sometimes I've gotta lay back.
Hey, that was I No More Lay Back. Okay. Friday Night Vigil, welcome. Welcome, guys, to Friday Night Vigil. This is the first proper show. I did a trial run last week. It was fun. It was vibes. And that took a lot of the pressure off of like trying to do like a big first one. This is like, I'm new to the streaming. I'm new to getting the audio set up. I'm new to it all in this frame of things, but I'm trying something new. We're doing something new. We're figuring it out as we go along. We're going to improve. We're going to get better. That's part of the journey. But I thank you lot for running with me. I want to shout everybody right now. In the comments on YouTube right now watching. I'm gonna figure out how to do the multicast and put it on Twitch, and I need to first of all go get a Twitch account. Then I'm gonna make sure it goes on Facebook Live and all the other places. Shout out to Lulu, thank you very much. The visuals on point, audio coming through perfect. That's what I like to hear. Watching on the big TV. I'm in the room. Okay, I'm on the big TV. Hey, I'm looking like this is like one of those Dr. Love, them Love Doctor late night calling shows, and I feel like that's the kind of vibe it's gonna end up being, if I'm honest. I took a few relationship dilemmas early on. If you're on the Instagram, head over to YouTube. I'm closing up the Instagram right now. Head over to the YouTube. The link is in my bio. Let's get started on that. Yeah, let's end that. Okay, cool. So guys, this week, I mean, shout out to Kelvin, my bro. Thank you, man. I'm glad the sound's better. Shout out to Favo, just for watching it on the big TV. But Kelvin, I'm glad, man. One of the reasons I wanted to move to YouTube was I wanted to get the better production quality. I wanted to give you vibes, visuals. I wanted to obviously take it to a place where it's not just a case of we got good community, we got good conversation, but let's have some production value as well. Let's put some visuals to this that we could be proud of, and also do it in a way that the content lasts longer. I feel like with the YouTube, it just... Anyway, you get it anyway. Yo, love Dr. vibes, let's go. Nicole said, give me Kevin Samuel vibes. I can't lie, I'm highly influenced. I like what he's been able to do with the content, with being consistent. So in many ways, I have learned from him, and I have said to myself, look, I'm going to make sure I do this properly. I'm going to continue the consistency journey, but also I'm going to make sure I try and give you production value. I've noticed that the quality in his videos improved vastly from when he first started. If you're in the YouTube chat higher up on the chat, you'll see I dropped the Zoom link in. If you want to call in, go and join the Zoom room now so I can start lining up callers. Today we're going to be talking about Harry and Meghan. Thank you guys, loving the visuals, I appreciate you. Yo, this Harry and Meghan situation, that's what we're just going to get. We're going to jump right into it. This Harry and Meghan situation. You thought Nollywood mums were bad. You really thought Nollywood mums were doing it. The Queen is the biggest Nollywood mum I've ever seen. She is Patience Azokwo with diamonds. The way they operate is so wild. Look, I'm gonna just say my 2 pence, and then I want to hear from you guys about this situation. But this is such a clearly shameless situation that I'm almost shocked that it just happens, that we just allow it, right? Like, everyone could see that this girl was getting unfairly treated by the media. We could all see it, and they made all these memes where they put like, oh, look at Kate Middleton, she loves avocados. And then they'll do the same story about Meghan and be like, Meghan's love for avocados is destroying the rainforest. And it's like, yo, all she did was wanted some smashed avo on toast. Why is her one destroying the rainforest and Kate's one a cute new trend? So fair play, right? We can see that this is what's going on. She moves, she leaves, whatever it is. She goes, they sort of step down from like active duty. Her husband moves with her to the US. Shout out to everybody saying the visual's looking good. I appreciate you, much love. So they leave, they go to the US now. And just as they're about to do this big interview with Oprah and talk about just small talk about how, you know, life has been unfair for her. All of a sudden now, bullying accusations. Out of nowhere. I'm like, really? Really? They now got a couple staff members who came out of nowhere to say, oh, she was bullying me. Come on, man. You telling me, yeah, first of all, who comes out from a royal household to say that that anything bad happened to them, and we still can't get a clear answer from Prince Andrew? How have we, like, this dude was out here with young girls and we still try to piece it together in Netflix documentaries? Are you telling me Meghan made some staffers cry and that's just out there in the news like that? This stuff doesn't come out unless they want it to come out. You telling me in the whole time the Queen has been having her royal bum wiped by somebody, no one has just wanted to put in a complaint like, we've been telling the Queen not to eat sweet corn, she refuses. I find this to be constructive dismissal. I can't keep wiping the sweet corn pellets out of her bum anymore. I can't do it. Nobody's putting a complaint against the Queen. Nobody. Of course there people have complaints. It's just never going to come out. So the fact that Meghan's one has come out, and it's come out at such a time as this, I'm like, come on, man, peep the game. And this relates to the trial run discussion we had about citizenship, right? So we were talking about citizenship and how if you peep the game, it seems as though we're getting to a point where having right to your citizenship and your nationality is going to be something we start revoking from people a lot more. And we know who we're going to start revoking it from. I was like, look at the general tone of everything. You can start to see that, look, most of us are finished. If they pass a new law that says you're not British unless your great grandparents were British, a lot of us are finished. A lot of us who have naturalized or who've been born here as British, but were only British because our parents naturalized, we could all quite easily be thrown into disarray, right? I'm not saying it's that obvious or that quick or it just happened tomorrow. But I'm saying that, like, you're setting the stage to really start to determine who gets to really be British here. And I'm not saying being British is the be-all and end-all of life, but what I'm saying is that clearly, when you can have your citizenship revoked, in the case of Shamima Begum, I don't think it just ends there, because I don't know if I hadn't heard of this before. The wildest thing is, this week now, I'm seeing trending on Twitter, people are saying, should we strip, I think it was Talk Radio, one Talk Radio Twitter page had tweeted, should we revoke Harry and Meghan's citizenship? Are you telling me a man could be a prince in this country, marry a black woman, leave the country, and they're like, yeah, I think we should take the citizenship away? Nah, none of us are safe. None of us are safe. And some of the white people who watch this will think, this could never happen to me. Look at Prince Harry right now. Fair enough, he's ginger. And ginger is an anagram. Those who get it, get it. But what I'm saying is, like, this sort of, like, they're traitors, excommunicate them. It's a very dangerous game. And so I want to hear from you guys and your thoughts about Meghan and so on. I just want to generally get... So, yeah, you guys drop in your... drop into the Zoom room. I'm going to put the link in again. Drop into the Zoom room and come and talk to me about this Meghan situation. Because sometimes I feel like I'm a bit crazy when I'm just saying it to myself. Like, are we all watching the same thing happen? And so sometimes it's good to hear from someone else's voice. But if you have a different opinion, it's also good to hear from you. So please do jump into the situation. All right. Yes. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, if you wanna be a caller, click the link, jump into the Zoom, make sure you have your name as in your Zoom profile, and turn your camera on. I'm trying to think here. Okay. So yeah, make sure you got your camera on. Turn down your YouTube in the background so that we don't get an echo, and yeah, make sure the camera's on. All right, cool. Let's try and take our first caller. Let's try and get Michael Adama on. Michael, what happened to you? You dropped out. What happened to Michael? All right, bro. If you want to anyway, just jump back on. Let's get some low key vibes going on in here. By the way, quick announcement. If you've got any ideas for the show, please, suggestions are welcome. If you know anybody with a talent, if they've got a song out, if it's a stand-up comic who's got a nice new bit, that's something I want to use this show to do, to promote people's talents. Use it as a platform to raise other people. So please do send in your little bits here and there. Not like a whole special or a whole album, but if you got a little snippet of a song we could play, I'll play it for the people. Let the people decide. Are they feeling it? I think that's a nice vibe. People get to check out new music. People get to check out new poetry. If you're an actor, do a monologue. You know what I'm saying? Like let's do something new. Michael, your Zoom's acting up. Alright, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. Hey, shout out to Emily. I see you in there with the joint YouTube channel. Okay. The joint YouTube account, yeah? Hey. Okay. Alright, guys. Don't forget to jump into the Zoom room if you are ready to jump on a call, talk about this Harry and Meghan situation with me. We're here Friday Night Vigil. I appreciate every single one of you. Keep growing the congregation. You were here when it started. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I asked for some relationship dilemmas and confessions earlier on my Instagram channel, on my Instagram stories. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram at olathecomedian. A lot of stuff goes down in my stories. So basically you need to be there if you want to catch the latest updates. Follow me on Instagram. Some of the stuff drops on Twitter as well, at olathecomedian on Twitter. Let's go. All right. Emily, I allow you. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll get into some of those dilemmas and confessions. And don't forget, if you want to comment on it, jump in the Zoom room. Do 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 do. Hey, boom 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 doo doo. Okay. All right. I'm gonna start with the one that made me laugh the most. All right. The person who said this, you know yourself. All right. This was the first dilemma. Well, it wasn't a dilemma. It was a question. The love doctor's gonna try to deal with it. All right. Why do men ask for nudes? Do they actually expect to get them? Kiss my teeth. No matter who he is, he wants nudes. I'm about to leave the chat. Yo, shout out to Mr. Cakebox, man. I appreciate you, bro. I've been watching them little YouTube tutorials. I've been learning, studying the craft, trying to make sure the audio is better. Last week, I actually really, can you imagine during the trial run, the whole time I was speaking into this mic. I was speaking into the mic and the laptop. It was such a waste of time, man. I didn't even realize it's picking up all the fans and whatnot. But anyway, yo, we got it figured out now. Why do men ask for nudes? Why wouldn't you ask for nudes? This is what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying that this is something that we should be doing. I'm just saying that it makes sense in today's current dating market. From what I've heard, I'm obviously not in the market. Most of you know I'm married, right? So I'm not really out here experiencing it. But from what I understand, the women asked for a deregulated sexual market in which there would be no judgment. Everybody would be able to move as they pleased. Consent and choice are the names of the game. So if a man wants to see you naked, he will ask you to send pictures. And it's up to you to choose whether or not to do it. The thing about a deregulated market space is they can ask 200 women and they only need a 1% hit rate to get 2 women's nudes. A 1% hit rate. There's nothing stopping them firing that same question out to 200 people. So in a deregulated sexual marketplace where men want sex, they want to see women's nudity, they want sexual titillation from women, and women are fighting for the right to give it out freely. The market everywhere drops the price on everything sexual and intimate. People are meeting and having sex same day. So the idea of you sending a naked picture of yourself is actually quite minor in a lot of people's eyes. So if you're a guy who's used to having sex with women who, due to their own liberation, are willing to bust it open for you right there and then, why wouldn't you ask for nudes? At least then you get to start enjoying some of the fruits. Melons, to be precise. Why not? That's what I want to ask the sisters. It's a sister asked me, why do the men ask for nudes? I ask you, why wouldn't they ask for nudes? Because in a day before where there were like there rules to this, like that would be disrespectful to ask a woman to send you naked pictures of herself. And you guys are not even that intimate. Most people would be like, nah, that's rude. Like, how can you say that? She's a lady. Treat her with some respect. Women didn't like that idea. They said they wanted to be roughnecks. You want to be roughnecks. You want to be out here doing what dudes do. This is what dudes do. I've never been on Grindr. I'm not gay. But from other comedians who I know who are gay and they've been on Grindr, yo, that's the energy they're on. They are sending out dick pics mercilessly. Mercilessly. If you look at the bandwidth that gets used in this world for Netflix, times that by 2 and I'm sure that's dick pics flying around on Grindr. I'm sure of it. That's the energy men are on. So don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem, baby girl. Why would you step into the arena with these lions and be scared when they're growling and want to bite you? Women, I don't understand it 100%. Because women say they want protection. But when you tell them the boundaries and say, look, this is how to be protected, they say, no, I don't want those boundaries. Those are restrictions. All right, cool, you're free now. Now you're out here with the big bad boys, and they're gonna ask to see you naked. All you have to do is say no. All you have to do is say no. You might have to say no 200 times in a row. And yes, very decent men may pass you over because they're like, do you know what? I'm of the expectation that most women who are interested in me will free up the pumps from today. And if you want to add some mystique, you want a man to get to know your personality and whatnot, and you're doing this in a deregulated sexual marketplace through apps and social media, hey, let's go to the comments real quick. Oh, it seems a lot of you are scared to jump on the Zoom, but you're in the comments. I feel you. All right. Okay. Ola, what is your qualified advice to women? I'm not qualified. Let me make that clear from the jump. I'm just a silly little guy just sitting in this room talking into a camera right now. Don't take my advice for it. But when I was telling you people to follow God and change your ways, you didn't want to listen to me. Look, what I tell the sisters is this. You have to hold the line for yourself. You're going to take a lot of L's in this marketplace. But what I will tell you is the way that you've been going about it has been wrong from the jump. It's been wrong. You only realize it's wrong when it starts to affect you adversely, but it's been wrong for a while. I'm a big advocate of being friends with people and getting to know somebody as a friend and then developing from there. I think that gives a lot of room to remove the sexual pressure out of the way and to actually focus on learning who that person is as a human being. I'm a big advocate of friendships. But I can't tell you to go on Tinder and start telling guys, yeah, let's just be friends for now. Man are going to take that like disrespect. Because the culture of those apps and this marketplace is that, yo, we're on banging tonight. Some of you are watching Friday Night Vigil and banging a stranger during a lockdown. Don't think I can't see you through the camera. I can see you. Some of you are shameless with it. Some of you are barebacking with a mask on. Saying you're trying to stay safe, trying to beat the virus. Some of you trying to flatten the curve right now. No. This can't be life. This kind of disposable approach to sex. I've been telling you, lot, this sport sex, this performance sport sex, this kind of like, I want it so I should have it. If you never teach yourself self-denial, how are you ever going to elevate? That's for men and women. You're going to keep making low-level, base, fleshly desired decisions. But y'all don't want to hear me on that. Y'all don't want to hear me, that's fine. That's why I said I'm not qualified. Don't listen to me. All right. What would I tell my sister? My sister listens. My sister knew. What? I'm so proud of my sister. All of them. I'm sure of them. All right. What do you think the consequences of lowering the value of intimacy has? Yo, the consequences are more freedom, less general satisfaction. Do you realize how interesting that is? That what people think is freedom is the biggest bondage in the world. If people understood, yeah, that freedom is when you have the real right to choose. If you give in to every desire you have, you don't actually have the right to choose. You're driven. You're a slave to your own desires. Freedom is clear-headedness. It's being able to say, I understand my flesh would like to have sex right now, but I know that's not good for me, so I'm not going to do it. That's being free. When you're in bondage is when I want it, so I need to have it, and I give myself everything I want. But in our world, being able to have everything you want is freedom. So more people have what they think is freedom, but less general satisfaction in life. Because what they didn't bank on was the fact that when they were increasing their choice, they were increasing everybody else's choice as well. Which means you are now in the same category as a prostitute. You are in the same category as a porn star. You're all in the same marketplace now. It's not segregated. There's no regulations. You provide the same service in most cases. Sexually, anyway. So you have to realize this. That anyway, let's not turn this whole thing into that. But anyway, Grinder, Lauren Hill quotes. Friends then lovers the best way. I'm with you there, Michael. I'm with you there. I'm telling you, yeah. It's not that it's easy, especially in today's world where you want to be ripping the clothes off people you meet and stuff. But the truth is, it's so much easier when you're friends first. You get to be so real and so open, and that's what I'm about. I'm about that openness and that freeness. All right. Of course, I gotta jump off when things are about to get good. Kelvin, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. It's love. Good seeing you on here, man. All right, Lula, I'm preaching today. So, where's this hacky panky going on? Asking for a friend. Favo, behave yourself. Okay. Hey, so none of you want to speak on the Harry and Meghan situation? Okay, no problem. Yeah, I really got the whole Zoom thing figured out. I wanted to try it out today, but y'all really pooping on my whole parade right now. So that's no problem. That's fine. I really wanted to test out my Zoom skills, see if I got the whole setup done. But yo, that's the first dilemma, and from the heart, I just want to say, I will answer why men want nudes when women tell me why men shouldn't ask for nudes in this world. Why shouldn't they? All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so let's there was, let me find it for you. Okay. This one says, what's the difference between leading effectively and forcing your will as a husband in marriage? Wow. Yo, I've been saying I want to get this husband coaching going on. Yo, I feel like we might have to start doing it through Friday Night Vigil. We might have to start coaching people through Friday Night Vigil, man. I'm telling you, because we need to get these long distance marriage athletes ready for marriage, man. We need to get these men ready. Someone needs to work on the sisters elsewhere, but over here we're gonna get these husbands ready. All right, we've got some callers in. Dope. All right, let's get Emily on. Let me at least just try this. Let me see if it works. Let me try and get Emily on real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Emily, unmute yourself, please.
Sorry, I thought you'd muted me.
Yeah, I had muted you. I just needed to get everything set up first of all. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm here to sort of give you your Zoom exercise, really.
Thank you. It doesn't look as good as I thought it was gonna look. I'd still need to tweak something here and there, but this begs, like, for the people who are for the people. Yeah, can you see it?
Yeah, that's really good.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Oh, I'm pleased. That's nice. I like it.
Come on, man. We try new things. We're doing better. We're up in levels every day.
Better. I love it. Yeah.
Let me just try and tweak it a little bit here and there. Okay.
Is there a delay of sorts?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
You're not really supposed to be watching yourself.
Sorry.
Sis just came in to come and check herself out. Okay, so I'm looking good.
Wait, so what should I do? Is there anything I can do on my end to make it better?
No. Just talk to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I really just wanted you to give your Zoom opportunity. Thank you for speaking on that other person's nude dilemma. It's really interesting.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you to whoever that was that sent that in. I really appreciate it.
I know. But then again, I'm really fascinated by your response. It sounds like you're saying, of course they're going to want nudes because this is what the lay of the land is. Mm-hmm. And why wouldn't you give them the nudes?
No, no, not necessarily. Why wouldn't you give them the nudes? I understand why you wouldn't give them the nudes, 100%.
Yeah.
I understand why you wouldn't do it, but I also understand that in order to foster an environment where you don't have to consistently turn down nudes because it's getting in the way of forming meaningful connections with people, there's usually a setup and an understanding and a social contract that needs to happen. But that social contract's been torn up. So
Right.
in this current social contract where choice and consent are leading, why wouldn't somebody ask you for nudes?
Yeah, but I get that, but I don't think that that deals with the issue, does it? Because this person is saying to you, they're in this market, in this deregulated market.
Mm-hmm.
They're not necessarily ascribing to all the laws of said market, and they're trying to figure out how to thrive in spite of their, you know, um, their choice really not to participate wholeheartedly or wholesomely in said market.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm saying to you that like in this situation here,
Are you saying they shouldn't be in the market in the first place, not under those terms?
yes, they. I think first of all,
Yeah.
I'm making a macro point about the market and about the new terms, right? And that's something that I lay very firmly at the feet of feminism. I've made this point to you on many an occasion that this is what feminists fought for. And this is what the outcome is. I don't think they fully understood what the outcome was. They liked the idea of, I should be able to do whatever I want. And that's fine. But then when you now realize the outcome is you find it hard to find a meaningful connection with somebody because the sexual market is now deregulated, you have to accept that this is part and parcel of what you asked for. Now, on a micro level, I accept that it's not necessarily fair because nobody gets to always to make an individual contract with everybody in society, right? But what you can do is you can remove yourself from certain environments, right? So to be honest, I know there are people who find love on Tinder, but let's also understand Tinder is an environment. Hey,
Yeah.
I swear my sister and her husband met on Tinder. I think they did.
Tinder.
Yeah. I think they met on Tinder, if I remember correctly. I think they met on Tinder.
Okay.
So I'm saying that there are exceptions. That's what
There
I'm
are
saying.
exceptions, yes.
There are
Yeah.
exceptions, but on the whole, I think we all know the general culture and vibe of Tinder, right? So
Yeah.
I'm saying that like there are other cultures and environments that we need to build up and look into where the social contract is something that's a bit more conducive to meeting people and to genuinely uh, I guess opening up, connecting with people in a way that's a bit more authentic and a bit less superficial. So if we're talking about, for example, for something, an obvious one for me would be like within a church space, right? But if you don't go to church, for example, there are friendship groups in which, you know, you're more likely to connect with somebody in a real way if it's under the guise of, not the guise, but under the terms of friendship.
Umbrella. Yeah.
Yes, under the umbrella of friendship. I'm saying, I'm advocating more for let's have more friends that we get to know genuinely and earnestly and expand from there, as opposed to, I need sexual passion. I need that, so I'm going to lead with the, and then you now end up and realize you never get past the, It's now just, you can't really... I know I'm articulating myself perfectly here.
No,
right?
I get you. I totally understand what you're saying. Yeah, I get you.
But yeah, you get my point. So I'm saying that like you can't go into the same environment. You can't go into Tinder and start talking to people about let's
As
just
if
be
you're in
friends
church.
for exactly. Yeah, and you
Yeah.
can't go into church and start acting like Tinder. Some of you Christians need to hear that. Don't go into church, swiping left or right on the sisters. Okay. What I'm saying is you have to respect the rules of the environment. And I'm saying that you can't keep trying to get, you know, the wholesomeness from a less than wholesome environment.
Yeah. Okay. I get you, Ola. I get you. As always, you never disappoint. You manage to distill, you know, the many thoughts and the macro issues and whatever, and then just make it.
I'll be distilling.
Nice and clear.
I'm a distiller of thoughts.
Exactly.
Fantastic,
But thank you.
man.
This looks lovely. You should definitely do the Zoom thing. People shouldn't be afraid to do the Zoom thing. It works very nicely.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you, sis.
Yeah. My pleasure. Take care. I'll be in the comments misbehaving.
Fantastic. Yeah, I love it.
Should I wait for you to kick me off? Is that how it works?
No, you can leave.
I can just leave. Okay.
Yeah, you can just leave.
Okay.
Yo. Hey. Don't act like I didn't just take a call right now. You saw me last week taking calls on the phone and putting the phone up to the microphone, to the wrong microphone. But I said, when you know better, you have to do better. Shout out to Mr. Bobby Wande. This looks dope. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Michael Adama says the husband coaching is the wave. That's 2 people now today who said they're up for this husband coaching thing, you know. We might need to start doing that. Let's get our next caller on. Toby Allen. Unmute yourself. Let's go.
Oh, I just wanted to say the point, you know, when you were talking about let me say that again. What real freedom is and redefining what freedom is in people's heads. I was wow, because I just heard a message on that. I don't know if you've heard of like Pastor Judah Smith, but he was saying the exact same thing. Just doing what you want, whenever you want, is not the way.
It's not the way, bro, and it's such a hard thing to explain to people today. And to be honest, I think I did hear it, but not from Judah Smith. I think I heard it from Eric Mason. But anyway, the spirit is one. What I'm saying is that this point is so real in today's society. I don't think we understand the concept of what real freedom looks like. When real freedom gives you the chance to make decisions with all your faculties and not just the most obvious and tantalizing desires. You know what I'm saying? And it's a hard thing to explain, but like, I'm glad you get it, bro. I mean, in your own life, do you have any examples in which you figured this out?
Well, I'm quite young, so I probably think of like when I was a kid.
How old are you, bro?
And I just wanted 17.
And you ain't got no bedtime. What are you doing up at quarter to midnight? Hey, you better go put the PJs on. Why are you still wearing Adidas right now at quarter to midnight? I'm messing with you, bro. I'm messing with you. But love for jumping on, bro. And at 17, you're dealing with some very heavyweight topics over here, you know.
Nah, it's how my mum raised me. How my parents raised me.
Hey, shout out to Mumsy. Shout out to Mumsy real quick. What's your mum's name? It's Mother's Day next week. Shout out your mum real quick.
Oh, Danica. So, thank you.
Shout out to Auntie Nika. We appreciate you, Mumsy. Bro, so did you have any thoughts on the Harry and Meghan situation?
I just think, obviously, whilst black people aren't really owning the media like that, I remember like, you know, like Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, all of that, that's owned by like the same 3 white people. Like these people, they've got control of the media. Like they've got that on lock. Like the way people view us in Asia, the way they view us in China or India or Africa, like they've really spun it. They've spun the web really well, and it's gonna take time to unwind it.
Yeah. Okay. So really, we're just victims of not controlling our own narratives. Is that what you're saying?
Not enough. We do, like, there are examples where we're doing it. Like, I think in like American media, there's a big enough of a like black following that they can almost like raise each other up.
I guess so, to a certain extent. But do you know that BET is not even black owned?
Is it not? I didn't know that.
BET is not black. It started off black owned. There used to be hella documentaries on it and whatnot, but it got bought by Viacom, the same company that owns MTV and all the other, you know, major platforms. And so, yeah, it joined the empire, and now you get the kind of programming you get on BET because it's owned by a corporation, you know. It's a shame, but it seems to be our story a lot of the ways. But there are Nigerian news stations if you want to listen to Channels TV or Arise or NTA. Those are definitely black owned. You can tell by the resolution.
A lot of the time we're like the footballers, you know, the musicians, but I feel like they're the people behind the cameras. But I guess, I know, I feel like the way they're so manipulative and how they like to spin this negative narrative around black people, surely they can't be happy. I can't, like, I don't know. Like, I know these people are sitting in their piles of money, like, sleeping like babies. Meanwhile, like, they're really affecting me. Like, you gotta think, like, when I was in primary school, all these kids, they would say the wildest stuff. They'd go up to me and be like, yeah, so Toby, racism don't really exist like that. And you got to deal with stuff like that level of
Yeah.
ignorance.
Yeah. I feel you, bro.
Meanwhile, they're fine.
I like how you said it. I like how you said it, that they can't be happy in their life. And I don't think that anybody that really takes time out to write terrible things about Meghan Markle is truly happy in their life. Or whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you get these weird media narratives, I'm like, you must be deeply unhappy somewhere. Something in you can't be right. Because I've never seen a joyful person, someone who's truly filled with joy, take time out just to be mean, like, for so long and so sustained against somebody. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, bro, stay happy, man. Stay happy. You're already winning. You're 17. You're on Friday Night Vigil. You got your head screwed on straight. Don't be having. Are you having sex? Are you having sex?
No, I read the Bible. Don't worry.
Correct. Good boy. Don't have sex. Don't have sex. Okay? You hear me? You hear me? And don't play that game where you try and creep up to the line with sex and try not to do the final deed. Don't tell me, it was just foreplay or we're just doing bases. Keep yourself, bro. You got your head screwed on straight. You got a long way to go. God continue to see you through, bro.
Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good night. Yo, back at Friday Night Vigil. Yo, 17 years old on Friday Night Vigil. Appreciate you, bro. That's a smart bro right there, man. He jumped on with something that's quite conceptual. Even there are grown adults today who can't grasp the concept that maybe getting what you want is not the best thing for you. Oh my goodness. Do you know how many times you have to explain to grown men and women that you can't have what you want, and they're like, but I want it. My goodness. My bro, 17 years old, already clocked the whole game. Hey, big up to Toby one more time, man. I love that. Okay, I didn't actually answer the question. Difference between leading effectively and forcing your will as a husband in marriage. Yes, like I said, we're going to have to do the husband coaching at some point. We're going to have to get onto that. But talking about leading effectively, this is a journey I'm still learning, right? But I think there's some few points that I've learned along the way in terms of leadership. The first one is you need to take responsibility. More of my brothers in here need to start taking responsibility. Responsibility is not just about, that's not fair, I didn't do it, what's the problem? Responsibility says that the buck stops with me. And the thing about that, when you take responsibility, it's just that little bit easier for people to follow you. Because they know that you're not here to assign blame. And you can't expect your wife to do the same thing as you. You can't expect her to do it. A lot of the time, if you tell your wife, why did you do this? She's going to say, because you did this. Emotions are responders. But you're supposed to lead with logic and decision making. So you need to take responsibility. It needs to stop with you. If you then respond back to her, then you're both going to be emotional. You're going to be locked into an emotional loop of just telling each other, I think it's your fault, blah, blah, blah. But when you say, do you know what? Okay, I take responsibility for that. And then here's the way forward. Once you've taken that responsibility, what you say next is going to be much easier to receive because you took responsibility first of all. So first things first, my brothers need to start taking responsibility. Second point in leadership is that taking responsibility and leading does not mean you don't listen to your wife. You have to listen. The smart thing you have in a wife is you have somebody who can reflect back to you. So it's like when you want to check your face in the morning, you go and stand in the mirror and the light bounces off your face into the mirror and back into your eyes. So you're able to see your face. And then you realize, oh, this part's a bit dry. Let me go and moisturize a bit better. What you've done is you've had a feedback mechanism that allows you to improve. So you go, here's the plan. And then she tells you what her thoughts are. And you have the opportunity to take that on board, reason it, and work it into the plan that you're saying. What she's saying may be wrong. What she's saying may be smarter than anything you've ever considered. Either way, you need to be able to assess. So you have to listen. Number 1, take responsibility. Number 2, listen. Number 3, be self-aware. Know your own weaknesses. You see, one of the things that will distinguish you between somebody who is forcing their will and somebody who is leading effectively is that somebody who's forcing their will isn't always self-aware of the fact that they could be wrong. Being self-aware is going to be the difference between you and somebody who just bulldozes their own opinion and their own way must go. Being self-aware goes, you know what? I always leave room for the chance that I could be wrong, that there's information I don't know, that there's life experiences I haven't had, or that my wife might actually understand something that I don't understand. And when you can do that is when you're going to actually start to really benefit from having a helpmate. So those 3 tips, that's the 3 tips I'm going to leave with you right there. Number 1, take responsibility. Yeah. Number 2, listen. Number 3, be self-aware. Okay. Okay, we're going to get into our last dilemma. This dilemma came from Muff. Okay. All right, shout out to Favo, showing love. Shout out to Michael, I appreciate you as well, man. Shout out to everybody still rocking with me here. Friday Night Vigil. Right now, this is your chance to stay up, man. There ain't no bedtimes when it's time for Friday Night Vigil. All right. Question of the day from Muff. You've been training as a doctor for 10 plus years. You have a medical degree and you're about to qualify in your specialist field. 8 months prior to your completion date, you met the love of your life. They are everything you could want. Rich as hell. And the relationship has gone from strength to strength since. The day before you qualify, your partner tells you that they will pay off all your student loans and debts and take care of you financially for the rest of your life if you'll only agree to never practice medicine. But if you don't accept, they can no longer be with you. You're not married to your partner, but you've discussed your relationship and both see a future together. Do you accept the offer and give up your passion, or do you reject the offer and lose your love? What? Pardon? What? Nah, you got to be kidding me. What? Most dilemma is not that messy. It's just ridiculous. There's no way. You telling me I'm gonna study for that many years, and because one rich girl says she doesn't want me to work, I'm gonna throw it all away? Eh? Pardon? For somebody I'm not even married to? I don't know how you lot were raised. But what? I'm just genuinely incredulous at this question. There is no way I'm giving that up. I just need to go through it step by step so I can tell you how I've been feeling. You've been training as a doctor for 10 plus years. 10 plus years. And you're going to throw it away the day before because of one Jezebel with money. God forbid. God forbid. What? All right. You have a medical degree. You're about to qualify in your specialist field. Okay, so I already got a medical degree, but it's time to specialize. All right. 8 months prior to your completion, you met the love of your life. 8 months we've been dating, you know. 8 months. Hey. She ain't the love of my life, first of all. Love of my life can't be behaving like this. What is this? Ain't no relationship strength to strength. Because here's the thing. If she's putting these kind of qualifications that she's gonna cancel everything if I never practice medicine, I'm asking why? Why? And especially as a man, I'd be like, why would you want to get a man and then take him out of work? It doesn't make any sense. Maybe if the question was the other way around to women, I can see how there may be a bit more of a dilemma. There may be, because for a lot of women, I guess after they had been pregnant and had kids, they may not want to pay significant bills. They may not have to want to work to pay significant bills. They may want to become more home-centered. And so maybe starting that a bit earlier might be a small compromise for them. But never practice? Even for a woman, you'd still be like, you might need to practice one day. So like, you know, I don't want, maybe you're not going to work now, but maybe one day you might want to work. So I wouldn't put a never qualification on that for the finances. Then you're not married on top of it all. You can't be making decisions with my life based on someone I'm dating. Nah, man. Look here. I've broken up with women. Women have broken up with me. It hurt. But in the grand scheme of things, we moved on. That's exactly what she's going to tell you when she tells you she's time to break up with you. Omo, we were married. Let's go our separate ways. I could see a future with you then. I don't see it anymore. That's how easily it could change. And now, because of that, you done messed up your whole dreams. 10 plus years in the lab working. Nah. Do you accept the offer and give up your passion? Or do you reject the offer and lose your love? That ain't love. That's control, man. That's control. There's a difference between when you sit down and you say, do you know what? These are my values. You know, this is how I feel like our family should run. And you go, okay, yeah, this is how I'd like our family to run too. And you decide, all right, I'm not going to work. You're going to earn blah, blah, blah. I'm going to focus on the home, whatever it is. When somebody's just like not married to you, but they're telling you can't practice and they're going to pay all this money, it's better not to take the money, man. If you specialize after 10 years away, you'll be all right, man. You'll make the money. The money will come and go, man. Yo, let's see what the comments are saying. How did you come up with this stuff? I don't know. Jezebel, yes, she's an enemy of progress. Imagine if there was an emergency in public and then they would be like, is there a doctor in the house? You're like, actually, almost. I didn't finish because she's rich. I guess technically you got the medical degree. You just haven't specialized. But come on, man. What about if he was a rapper for 10 years and not a doctor? Are you saying the same thing? I mean, a rapper's career trajectory and a doctor's career trajectory are different. So if it was a rapper, maybe I'd look at it differently. But even then, still, like, if a girl's paying you not to rap, it's probably because your mixtape is trash. Your mixtape is trash, and ain't nobody want to hear that. She's taking that as charity. She said, I'm going to pay you so the world don't have to hear your bars no more. Yo, if a woman pays you not to rap, take the hit, bro. Cancel your studio session today. Today. Imagine a woman pays you to stop rapping. It's true. Where's Tina? Someone go and call Tina. I don't know what's going on with Tina. Tina's not here today. Right now. But we're still rocking with Friday Night Vigil. We're going to wrap up soon, I guess. We took a few calls. I'm pleased about that. That's dope. Took a couple calls. If there are any more calls, please still feel free to jump into the Zoom. If there's something you want to say. And also just another reminder again that if you know somebody with a talent who wants to promote themselves, this is a platform for uplifting others. So there is going to be a section in which I play clips and content from people with talents, and everybody in the comments will get a chance to rate it. You get a chance to get your stuff rated and seen by the people. So please do let me know if there's something that you have, whether it's music, stand-up clips, whatever it is. We'll put it up, we'll profile your stuff if it's decent, obviously. If you're the rapper from the scenario before, I might pay you to never rap again. Pay you to give up your passion. Yo, where is Tina? That's a good question, man. I don't know. Tina was on last week as well. Maybe she forgot. No worries. Tina, you're missed. In the comment section, they say they miss you. Rounding off on an hour here. Friday Night Vigil. You done know. Shout out to whoever made this beat. Shout out to whoever made this beat. All right, guys. Is looking at that point, we might need to wrap this up. I have I'm very pleased with where this is going and how it's growing. And Herschel as well. Herschel missed it again. He messaged me to say that he was sad he missed the last one. I would have thought he would have been here. Herschel missed it as well. Hershpat, where is he? I appreciate you guys moving over to YouTube with me as well. I know Tina said to me last week that YouTube is far away. Guys, unless you have a dilemma or a need for some husband coaching, or a comment on the Harry and Meghan situation, if you belong to any of those, please jump in the Zoom now, or forever hold your peace. But yeah, it has been an hour already. If nobody needs anything, as sad as it might be, I might have to be on my way. I'd love to do longer music sessions, but the bloody copyright rules and whatnot, stressful. And that's the reason why I'm using it to uplift independent artists, people who want to promote their stuff. Because at least then we've got the rights to use the music and the content. But in this situation here, man, It'd be nice right now to play some smooth jams, take you guys into the evening, more discussion, more vibes, but obviously we have to play by the rules, and I don't have that that right to broadcast other people's music like that. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Emily. I'm glad you love the vibe. Good night, man. I'm glad I got to try out my little Zoom call feature. Yeah, man, right? That's what I was working on. Each week I want to improve on one new thing. I have all kinds of ideas with sound effects and, you know, visual stings and blah, blah, blah. But what I don't want to do is try and do everything at the beginning and it's an absolute mess. So each week I just want to add a new feature and just improve it that little bit better, man. So that's what you can expect from me. Tune in next week. Let people know, man. Friday night vigil, that's what we're doing. On Friday evenings, like this late night. And this obviously gives us an opportunity to explore some wider topics, maybe some more after dark topics. You still know my perspective anyway. You still know how I'm coming at this. But, you know, sometimes it is good to have a space where we can be a bit more chilled, a bit more laid back, a bit more open, a bit more intimate, you know. Always happy to welcome you into the studio and talk from the heart. Fabo's turning in. Thank you so much. I'm glad you've enjoyed this. Thank you for being a part of it as always. Michael, as per usual, Ola, it was excellent. I'm calling it for now. Yep, radio will come eventually. Will come calling eventually. Amen. Amen. More opportunities. More opportunities. I remember one time I tried to hit up Premier Radio. They've called me a few times to come and speak on subjects. I was like, how do you get a show? They were all fobbing me off. No wahala anyway, man. I don't even know. No, was it? No, it wasn't Premier. Sorry, LBC. It was LBC that I was trying to get a show on. I was trying to hustle. Bun them, man. Man can't talk freely like this. Yeah, it's where I get to talk freely. So I'm happy to be building it myself, building it with you guys. All right, we're gonna turn in. Have a good night, man. And yeah, basically, I'm just gonna play laid back, and we're gonna take it. We're gonna take out. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know someone else who's got tracks in this kind of vein, it might be good to have a nice outro track that's different from the intro.
If we lay back, tell me if
Preferably somebody independent, somebody who's really talented, independent, chilled, laid back vibe like this, and willing to let me use their material.
Think, be mature and resist. Nah, really sweetie, I only speak truth. They call me Miss More time cause it's true.
Shout out to Toby.
I miss the old me, I miss
Thank you so much, Favo.
the key. Let it all flow, let it all fly. Don't follow fashion, follow your passions aside. Sing it, girl, yeah.
Sometimes I feel lost in this mission called life. Yeah. And I know sometimes I ain't living right. But it's alright. It's alright. Sometimes I've gotta lay back. Sometimes I've gotta lay back. Sometimes I've gotta lay.
Some days I gotta lay back, kick back and sit back with my hair all back. And I don't care if it's nappy bats. I'm a nappy queen, damn bad, real bad, Nubian queen.
I don't know about you guys, but I miss being out, man. Sometimes you need to get up and hold your drink. You need to do them drink dances. You know them ones where you just show everybody your drink.
But at least dishonest, who can say that? They vow to be true, this is real, being real's what we do. I do this, even when it's ugly. And yeah, sometimes it's ugly, sometimes I'm weird, sometimes I wanna shut it out and not care, and sometimes I wanna disappear. And sometimes I wish I could appear on a cloud, and sometimes I wish I weren't around. And yo, sometimes
I feel lost in this mission called life.
Yay! Shout out to Bobby one day.
Ooh, sometimes
Thanks again, Michael.
living right, but it's alright. It's alright. Sometimes I've gotta